Hello, and welcome to Ask a Licensed Cosmetologist. This is Shifra, and I normally don't even upload or do anything on Fridays, but I have been getting some emails from a lot of my beautiful sisters that are dealing with hair loss. A lot of it pertaining to the edges, which is like, and remember I talked about that in the video about traction alopecia. But I wanted to give a few steps on getting you, if you have temporary hair loss, how to get your hair back, right? So I'm outside in Miami, Florida, enjoying the beauty of where I live. So I was like, you know what? I was sitting out here relaxing. I was like, okay, now it's time to respond. Some of the emails I have responded to, some of them I have not been able to get to. But a lot of you are looking for a magic potion, and this is going to be a real short video. You're looking for, hey, what do I need to do to get my hair back? And I always tell you different steps or whatnot, but I'm going to give you a quick 5-step that you can do to start your hair to growing back, if that is possible, if it is not in the late stages where it cannot grow back. Some majority of you, believe it or not, like 90% of you that are experiencing hair loss, your hair can come back. You're probably noticing now thinness in the hair. When you start noticing it, the first step, as you know I'm going to say, is that you need to speak to I would say a trichologist and then a dermatologist. Once you get that, and find someone of your skin color. And I know it sounds bad, but we understand our hair much better. If you can find someone that does understand our hair, that would be great. But a lot of my customers always had struggles with as far as getting someone that understood our hair. They would just say, stop doing chemicals and give you a shampoo. But you need a little bit more. You need blood work done. You need different things like that. And I have had the best experience with a trichologist. So that's the first step. Get a second opinion. Once you get the first opinion, get another opinion just to make sure. Once they tell you, yes, your hair can grow back, then the next step you're going to do is change your mindset. Stop doing things and getting caught up in society, in this world, and trying to do the latest look and, putting different chemicals or camouflaging. So that's part of the major issue, is not that it won't grow back, is that you won't do the work to accept yourself. So the second step is to accept yourself. Accept the situation that's going on, that you are having trouble with your hair. However, thank God you have a chance for it to grow back. So what are the steps I need to do to grow back? That dermatologist or trichologist may recommend a regimen and some medical prescriptions for that. And if that's the case, then you go with that. The next step, though, in changing your mindset is you cannot put things on it that's going to bring back damage. It's a vicious cycle. It's like you're just like this. It's like when you have your weave in for a long time and then you say, oh gosh, I just want it natural. Can you press it out? So we press it out. It don't last long. And then it won't act right. So then you put more weave in it. So the hair is dry. It never has a chance to really be out and for people to see how beautiful your hair is. You have never really enjoyed it, but you learned how to do the weaves. You learn how to take care of those, but you just refuse to take care of your own hair. You refuse to. So that's the second thing. You have to change your mindset. And part of that also is knowing that it takes time. It took you years to get to this place where your hair has broken down. So it's going to take you a few months and maybe a few years for it to get back to where you would like it to be. That's the reality. So that's the second thing. The third thing I would recommend is to start a regimen. Start a regimen. Find a hair loss specialist or a cosmetologist, not a hairstylist. A hairstylist they don't even have to be licensed. Find a cosmetologist that is educated in chemistry in this world of hair loss and hair replacement and those different things, and get started on a regimen. Seek her. If you can't, if you don't have the means for that, and you were able to have the means to just get the doctor, then you go ahead and do that regimen, and you look online and you put the prescription in, whatever it may be, the shampoo or whatever. But at the same time, you can go online and you can find natural hairstyles that don't require you doing traction alopecia, any of those things. You can find looks like that, and camouflage it, just bring the hair over. It's different tricks that you can do. Okay? Okay, so that was the third. Okay? So the fourth thing that is most important to do is to educate yourself. Educate yourself on not just the regimen. Educate yourself on the products. Educate yourself on what you're putting in your hair. The same way you studied and learned how to take care of your deep wave and all that, educate yourself. Okay? And then once you educate yourself, and it's a lot of stuff that you can learn. Let's say you're at a place of maybe you can't camouflage your hair and you may have to wear a wig. There are welded mono wigs. There are hair replacement wigs, not lace fronts. I'm saying hair replacement wigs that you can use, and you can. It's where you put tape on. I don't know if that's a good idea. You know what? No, I would definitely not suggest that. But there are some really strong, great professional hairstylists that can camouflage that. So don't even stick to that. So number 4 is educating yourself. Educate yourself on the chemicals that you're putting in your hair, your shampoos. Make sure they're not parabens. Study your hair. See how it reacts on this style. See what it does good with. Have a demi brush. A demi brush, DEMI brush. Okay, learn how to take care of your hair. If you don't have the means, you can learn. Same way you learn how to, some of you know how to do sew-ins and everything else on your own. Do the same thing. So that is the 4th thing, okay? And the 5th thing is enjoy it. Once you start seeing the progress, don't get off the train and say, well, it's growing back. I'm good, and go back to the same bad practices. Let this be a life-changing thing for you. Losing your hair permanently is one of the most traumatic things in the world. If you are single and you have lost your hair, it is hard to start, proving someone, dating someone, and having to let them know, hey, although you think I'm gorgeous or under this wig, I don't have any hair. That is traumatic. It is traumatic to go somewhere, want to swim, or just go out and you can't do it. When you have an option, it's best to take advantage of the option. But if you continue down that path, you'll be in that traumatic state, and it wears on a woman's self-esteem. There are groups, to help people, because I'm telling you, people have lost their lives behind this. So this is something really big and serious, and I know a lot of you are in pain about it, but do something about it. Stop looking for the quick, rich scheme. Don't look for the onion thing, the rice water and all this stuff. Figure out what's going on with your hair. And I'm going to tell you something. When people start seeing you take an interest in your hair, believe it or not, the way you treat yourself is the way people will treat you. So if you're walking down the street and you got a head full of weave, I hope that's not loud, that's someone's AC. If you got a head full of weave and it's not even your color or whatever, they pretty much know where you're at. You're trying to be something you're not, and you're trying to look like something you're not. We use it as an excuse and say, oh, I just wanted something different. Oh, this color looked good on me. But in actuality, that's really what it is. We were taught for all our lives to reject our own natural hair and to put chemicals in it that were dangerous. Did you see that video I did where I talked about how they gear towards products towards our hair and our kids' hair, our children's hair, young girls' hair, already that can destroy puberty, cancer, all those different things? So we are willing to risk all that instead of changing from within. So if you want to grow your hair back, the number one thing, if you notice through that whole list, I talked about loving yourself. That's the first step, okay? And if you need to get a support group, get a support group. If you want somebody to talk to, send me an email. Shifra, S-H-I, oh gosh, P-H-R-A-H, UFAZ, U-P-A-Z, at gmail.com, and I'll put it on here as well, okay? I wish you the best. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Shalom.